So today we're going to be discussing notes S-2, secant and cosecant values. But before we do that, I want you to take a moment to take out your pink notes and jot down your secant parent function and your cosecant parent function and all the information that goes with. So remember that LVA stands for left vertical asymptote, okay? And then get down, make sure you get down all this information. So if you need to, pause because I'm about to shift gears. So just jot down these real quick. Like I said, I'm shifting gears. And we are going to talk about S-2 secant and cosecant values. So solve on the interval -2 pi to +2 pi. So remember, that means once around the unit circle in each direction. All right, so we have here your trig values that you should already have memorized in the first quadrant of the unit circle, refreshing that cosine goes with x and sine goes with y. Our first example here, cosecant of x equals -2. So you remember that cosecant is the reciprocal of sine. So sine of x equals reciprocate -2 would be -1/2. Okay, and then you're thinking, oh, well, sine has to be negative. So which portions of the unit circle should I shade? If y is negative, then of course you're shading this third quadrant and this fourth quadrant. And then furthermore, if y has to be -1/2, you're talking this slice and this slice. So those would be the trig values, or the angles, excuse me. We would be saying this would be 7 pi over 6, 11 pi over 6, so 7 pi over 6 and 11 pi over 6 in the positive direction. If you're going in the negative direction, that'd be -pi over 6 and -5 pi over 6. Okay, so now looking at number 2, secant of x equals 2 square root of 3 over 3. So recall that secant is the reciprocal of cosine. So therefore, cosine of x equals 3 over 2 square root of 3. Of course, you must rationalize. So multiply by square root of 3 over square root of 3. So you would have 3 square root of 3 over, this would become 6. 2 times 3 would give you 6. And then, of course, you can simplify, so it would be square root of 3 over 2. So cosine of x equal to square root of 3 over 2. So x, square root of 3 over 2. So then you have to think quadrants, of course, first. So your x value is positive. Which quadrants would your x value be positive? That would be first quadrant and fourth quadrant. And then what slices are you talking? For x to be square root of 3 over 2, this slice and this slice. So in the positive direction, that would be pi over 6. And then comma, that would be 11 pi over 6. And then in the negative direction, you're talking -pi over 6 and -11 pi over 6. That's it for today.